Okay, here we go. Good morning. So let's take our feet nice and wide with your toes turned out. So the heels remain on the mat, but the toes are out. We're going to send the elbows back. And we're going to fold halfway down and then come back up. So pair this with your breathing. Inhale as you go down and then exhale when you come up. Once you've done a few, then try to go a little bit lower. But we want to keep pulling the belly in and keep your spine as long as you can. So you're going to feel a nice little stretch behind the legs and the inner thighs. I'm going to do this a few more times. And now on the last one, just release the hands to the floor. And then you're going to inhale and extend the spine. And then we're going to bend at the knee and come into a little squat. And then go back to a straight leg. And then let the spine fold down. We'll try that again. Inhale, extend. And then exhale, squat. And again, extend and fold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squat. And then back to your fold. And now we're going to turn the toes to face forward, but we're still going to keep our feet pretty far apart. You're going to inhale, extend. And then you're going to come all the way up and reach the palms all the way up to the ceiling. And then bring your hands to heart, fold halfway down, and then go a little deeper, and go a little deeper, and keep that spine nice and long, no rounding of the back. And now exhale, come all the way up, and you're going to reach the arms straight up to the ceiling. Try to lift the shoulders up, try to get taller from the top of the head. Keep breathing, and then bring your hands to heart. Fold halfway down. You're going to send the right arm directly out, and then the left. Try to shift your hips back a little bit, so you're weighting into the heels. And now come all the way back up, keeping the arms reaching. And then bring your hands to heart. Take a big step forward with your left foot. So you're in a nice little lunge. We're getting a nice stretch through this front hip flexor. And now we're going to send the arms up. You can keep them together or you can open them, whatever feels good for you. Now I'm going to clasp my fingers together, flip the palms to face up, and reach for the ceiling. Just switching up these little nuances with the stretch might give you a different result. So now keeping the arms the way they are, try to lift the shoulders up a little bit, and then we're going to try to rotate those arms a little bit to the left. You're going to feel a little more intense stretch through that hip flexor. Keep the heel in the back really high. And then come back up with the arms. And now you're just going to take them all the way down to the floor. And we're going to step back to a high plank. Just hold on this for a few breaths. And now slowly take it back to a downward facing dog. Pressing both heels into the mat. And let's come down onto the knees and send the hips back over the heels and enjoy this nice lat stretch. So when you breathe here, try to let the chest relax a little closer to the floor. We're going to open those palms just to the edges of the mat, switching up the angle. Maybe you're going to feel this a little more in the chest area. But keep breathing. Forehead's off the floor. You're working that neck. Now let's walk those palms back where they were. We're going to lift the hips up and bring them all the way forward. Take your gaze, look straight ahead. And now we're just going to oscillate between sending the hips back, lowering the chest. And as soon as you've got that chest as low as it's going, bring the hips slowly back forward again. And do that a few more times. And the next time you come forward, you're going to pick those hips up and you're right back in that high plank. Make sure you're trying your best to draw the belly button up and in. And pull back to that downward facing dog again. And start to walk the hands back to the feet. See if you can do it with your legs nice and straight. And now you're going to inhale and extend the spine. And now reverse it, come all the way back up and reach those arms straight up to the ceiling. And then hands to heart. Big step forward this time with the left foot, the right foot. So you want to have a lot of space from front to back. Bring the palms up. And that heel in the back should be really high. You can open the arms, play around with it, what feels best. I'm going to flip my palms to face up. Try to keep the arms nice and straight and then take it up and over to the right. It's not huge, but you're going to feel a difference. And then lift those arms back straight up to the ceiling, release the hands. You're going to slowly come down. Meet me back in that high plank. Let's draw the left knee to the left elbow and then send it back and switch. Right knee touches right elbow, send it back, downward facing, left leg up, put it back down, switch right, put it back down, float back to plank, left knee, left elbow, right knee, right elbow, back to down dog, left leg up, and right leg up. Float back to plank, left elbow and knee, right elbow and knee, downward facing, left leg up, right leg up, float forward to plank, soften your knees, come onto the tops of the feet, have a seat on the heels. Just chill out here and breathe. Forehead is off the floor, neck is nice and long. And we're going to bring it up so we're just sitting on our heels. Just take a few deep breaths. Let's pull the chin back so the neck is really long. And then we're going to turn the head all the way to the right. And then come back. Push it in again. And you can also leave your fingers on your chin to help remind you. Turn to the left. Come back center. Now we're going to drop the right ear to the right shoulder. And then left ear to left shoulder. and back neutral. Come off those feet. You're in your quadruped position, doing some nice slow cat-cows. So really tuck that chin to the chest, so the neck also gets a really good stretch. And then drop into those shoulders and flip it around. So now your gaze is looking straight ahead. You're continually drawing the stomach in and flip it back. Really use your hands to push away from the floor, creating more space between your shoulder blades, and switch. And again, rounding that back, tucking the chin. And one last time, looking forward. Now you're going to tuck the pelvis under so you've got a nice long spine. Send the left arm out in front and the right leg back behind you. Both limbs are very long. Point the toes in the back and then switch. When the arm and leg come off the floor, try not to shift your weight to the right. And back down, switch again. And again. And from your quadruped position, let's take it to a small downward dog. Pushing the heels into the floor. Just breathe. Nice long legs. Now from here, you're just going to hover your knees 1 inch above the floor. So sort of like a bear, and then back to your small dog. We're going to do it 4 more times. So you're in each position for 3 counts. So come on down, count to 3 slowly. Back to your down dog. Pushing the back of the knees towards the back of the room. Back to your bear. And back to your dog. And bear. A really good way to stretch out the feet. Back to your dog. Push the back of the knees backwards. Back to your dog. Bear. Hold it. This is your last time here. Just hold. And now put the knees down. You're going to walk the hands forward and send the hips backwards. Nice big lat stretch right around those armpits. Now to open the shoulders, we're going to flip the left palm to face up towards the ceiling. And then lift the hand just 1 inch off the floor. And then close it back down and switch sides. Open, lift it, reach the arm long. Sometimes you might think it's straight, but it's not. So really work it long. And just keep going from side to side. Really good shoulder therapy. Don't forget to breathe. A few more. Nice. Now walk the hands back so you're back to that quadruped position. We're going to meet 1 more time in bear. You're just going to hold it. Try to bring the torso through those arms, lowering it towards the floor. Now take that left foot, slide it along the floor backwards, and then bring it back in. And then the right leg goes back. And then bring it back in. And let's meet in our small downward dog. Walk the hands back to the feet. Just relax here for 5 deep breaths. Keep the neck long, keep the legs long, just breathe. Now you're going to inhale and extend the spine. Shift your hips backwards. Walk your fingers forward. Take deep breaths here, right into the armpits. Shift your hips back a little more if you can. And then fold it down, and we're going to roll it up slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. And when you're up, take a nice big deep breath, reach the arms all the way up. Lift the shoulders, try to get taller. And then bring your hands to heart. You're going to pick up your right knee. We're going to start circling the foot. Now try to lift up out of this left hip as you hold the right knee up. So think always about lengthening the body. Switch directions. And then point and flex. Being able to stand on one foot at least for 30 seconds is pretty darn good. So we're just going to hold this a little longer. You can quiet the foot. You're definitely working your hip flexors, so you might start to feel it right here, but that's a good thing. So now we're going to transition this. I'm going to take hold of that right foot, get that nice release through the front part of the hip. And if you want to, you can send the left arm up, or you can just keep it on your waist. Now, before we release the foot, I want you to push it really hard into your hand. And then bring the hand down and release the foot. Nice job. Shake out both legs. And we switch to the left. So you're going to pick up the foot, start your circles. You can have your hands out in front. You can bring them to the side if that's going to help you balance. Try to go the opposite way. And let's point and flex. Try to get taller. You really want to be lifting out of this hip. I know I sound like a broken record, but bear with me. Okay, right hand to your waist or wherever you want to put it. Take hold of that left foot. And you can try to send the arm up to the ceiling. Try to shift your weight out of the toes. So you're trying to move your weight back, even if it's subtle. We tend to depend on the front part of our bodies when we should really be using the back part of the body. Okay, so now let's take that foot, push it into the hand. And bring the arm down and release the foot. Shake it out. Good job. Oh, excuse me. Okay, big deep breath. Reach the arms up. Lift the shoulders up. Just hold here for a couple of breaths. I want you to tuck that chin so your neck is happy. And now you're going to swan dive it all the way down. So you're in a complete forward fold with your legs nice and straight. We're going to walk our feet together here.
Keep your head down. You just want to be looking at the knees towards the back of the room. So your neck is just hanging nice and long. Just hold this with your legs long. Again, try to shift your hips back a little bit so you've got most of your weight in the heels. And take some nice deep breaths. Nice. Now we're going to inhale and extend the spine, keeping the legs nice and long. And then fold back down. Relax the head. We're going to roll it up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Important here to try to maintain equal weight in both your feet. Now, send the elbows back. Give me a really proud chest. And not only are you sending the elbows back, but you're squeezing them into each other. We're going to keep the feet together, and we're going to fold down with equal weight in both feet. So that's your focus. Keep drawing that belly button up and into the spine. And once you've gone as low as you can go, start to bring it back up. And now we're going to send the arms straight up to the ceiling. Lift the shoulders. And now take it all the way down, and we're going to walk it out to plank. Try to do it with your legs straight. Keep the feet where they are. Just walk out till you're in your high plank. Hold the legs nice and long. Just breathe here. And now from your high plank, I want you to lower the hips and come onto the tops of your feet. So hold this pose. It's really good for that lower back. Keep drawing the belly button in. Now drop the shoulder, the torso down towards the floor through the arms, and then push away. It's like a scapular push-up. Lowering down slowly. Pressing up slowly. Just do a few more. Try not to lock out at the elbows. And now let the hips come up and back. Tuck your toes under, and let's get the hips just by the heels. And just relax here for a few breaths. And come back, meet me in your quadruped position. We're going to take it to a bear. Just hold here for a couple of more breaths. And then small downward dog, heels on the floor. We're going to take one step forward, a small step with both your feet, getting closer to your hands. Now we're going to step the hands back a little bit, closer to the feet. And then push your hips backwards and meet me in your full forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine. And then come all the way back up. Take the arms straight up to the ceiling. Nice. Bring your hands to heart. You're going to turn and face the left side of the room. I like to line up my heels with the edge of the mat so I know my feet are kind of in the right place. Now, send the elbows back. Give me a real proud chest. Drawing the belly up and in. Squeezing those elbows together. Tucking the chin. You're going to fold down halfway. Just hold. A little bit of work for your upper back. A little bit of work for the belly. Keep the elbows nice and high. And now we're going to release the torso down so the top of the head is pointing down to the floor. Just chill out. Keep the legs long if you can, so no bending. And now we're going to inhale and extend the spine, fingertips on the mat, all the way over to the edge. Shift your booty back. Let the right arm come out to the side, parallel to the floor. And here we go. Big shoulder lift up towards the ceiling, getting that nice release through the inner thigh of the left leg. And then bring the arm back down. Switch sides. Left arm out. Keep the hips pushing back and then raise the shoulder up. And then relax, let the top of the head hover above the floor. Chill out here for a few deep breaths. See if you can walk your hands through the legs, getting the torso a little closer to the legs. Now let's bring those palms back in. You're going to inhale, extend the spine. And let's take both hands over to the right foot and take your face and look down at your right knee. Press the ball of each big toe into the mat. Switch feet, go over to the left. Look at your left knee. Come back center with the hands, so they're right in the middle of the mat. You're going to extend the spine. Now I want you to just turn your heels in a little bit. We're going to meet in a little squat. So start to lower the booty. Doesn't have to go all the way. And then bring your hands to heart and look straight ahead. So the spine is nice and long. You're just holding this little squat. We're going to go down a little and then up a little. So it's a small movement. Just keeping you busy so you don't get bored. Now let's take our hands to our legs. Keep going up and down a little. And now when you go up, lift your right heel. And then when you go down, lower it. And then switch. Lift the left and then lower slowly. And keep oscillating side to side. And now lift the torso up so your legs are nice and long. That should feel good. Walk your feet together. Turn to face the front. Sweep the arms all the way up to the ceiling. And then all the way up to the side and back down. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. Palms shoulder width apart. Step back to a high plank. Let's step your left foot up between your hands. So you're in what I call a runner's lunge. Just hold here for a little bit. Take that left knee, move it forward, and then send it all the way back so the leg is straight. Move it forward, and then all the way back. Keep the heel up in the back. Now, palms down, step back to your high plank again. Hold here for a few breaths. Now we take the right foot up between the hands. Lift the heel nice and high in the back. Knee comes forward and then shift back to a straight leg. And keep repeating nice and slowly. When you're shifting the hips back, try to do it by pressing through the heel of the right foot. Back heel stays nice and high so you're on the tippy toes. And now with both hands down, step it back to your high plank. Just hold here, lift the hips up a little higher. Try to tuck the pelvis under so you really feel the transverse abdominal muscles working. And let's meet in the downward facing dog. Drive the heels to the floor now. Back to your high plank. Pick your left foot up off the floor. Send it back down, switch to the right. Try to keep the hips square as you oscillate side to side. Now soften the knees to the floor, but remain, let every other body part remain in the same position as it was. You're going to take your left hand and tap the right shoulder and then put it back down. And then right hand to the left. So you want to have your knees way behind the hips, not anywhere close to them. And then you want to really challenge your midsection. Pull it in. It's going to keep the body stable as you switch hands. Micro bend in the elbows. And if you want to elevate this, you can keep your knees off the floor in your high plank position. I'm going to do a few more here. And now little reprieve. Send the hips back, nice stretch. Take a couple of breaths. And come back up, kick those feet out to the side. You're going to have a seat. We're going to meet in staff pose. Flex those feet, sit up really tall, hands to heart. I just want you to lean forward with your spine long. Now push the toes towards the back of the room. Lean a little more forward if you can without flexing or rounding. And if you can, take the hands to the outsides of the feet. Use your arms to pull the feet towards the back of the room. Now try to pull the feet forward. Don't let them. And then back. Push the calves and the back of the knees into your mat. Do a few more. And now you're going to bring your hands inside the feet. You're going to lower to the forearms and drop the head. Spine is flexed. Try to move the forearms a little forward. Keep pressing the back of the knees down. .
And now inhale and extend the spine. Bring your hands to heart, sit up nice and tall. You're gonna hold this. So this is actually work for your hip flexors, your thoracic spine, your six-pack muscle, just sitting and holding this posture. While we do this, we're gonna pick up the right foot off the floor and we're gonna move it over to the left one. Put it down. Pick it back up and move it back. You're gonna do that 9 more times on that leg. And it's all about maintaining the posture as you move the leg. So if you must lean back, support it with your hands. But try your best to see if you can keep your hands out in front as you move the leg up, over, and down. Doesn't need to get that high up. You just want to work that hip flexor, which the weight of the leg is doing a good job of that. Anytime you need a little break, take it. But it's all about maintaining pelvis stability. Okay, now let's just take a little break before we go to the other side. So just dive in between the legs, chill out and breathe here. Should feel really nice for your lower back. Okay, let's sit it back up again, nice and tall. The best posture you're ever able to hold. Leg up, send it over and down. Keep really stable through your whole pelvis. So you got to really engage the belly. Don't collapse back. If you do, the hands should go back to hold stability for you. So just keep thinking of how can I get my spine any longer, pulling up from the top of your head. You might notice one side stronger than the other. Pretty typical. Okay, 2 more for me, and then we're moving on. Okay, nice job. Send the arms out in front, hands to heart, or on opposite shoulders. You get to round the back. C-curve that spine and start rolling down nice and slowly. When we get down there, send your arms all the way back for that nice, big, long stretch. Point your toes. Now let's bring the arms forward and down to the floor. Let's step our feet in, nice and close to your butt, and then we're going to rock the pelvis up and tilt it forward. While you do this, you're still trying to pull the stomach down. Even though you got gravity helping you, I want you to create that activation of the belly. Okay, so now the next time you have that lower back on the mat, try to see if you can get your heels in a little closer and they are hip width apart. Now weight into the heels. So take the weight out of the rest of the feet and then tilt the pelvis up and roll up into your bridge. Once you're up, send your left leg out nice and long and then put it back down and then send the right one. Now, while we do this, we don't shift those hips. Got to keep the body nice and stable using muscle. Just keep walking one out and then back in. No holds right now. Just get used to stabilizing those hips. When the foot comes up, the hips should stay up. They should not droop down. Okay, with both feet on the floor, squeeze those glutes and bring your knees into touch. And now open the knees as wide as you can, keeping the hips up. And now squeeze them back together. And then open them back up. Squeeze them together. While you're squeezing them together, start to slowly lower the hips. And once the hips are down, rock the pelvis again, tilting it forward and then back. Okay, bring your arms straight up to the ceiling, palms face. Pick your legs up, 90 degrees at the knee. Pelvic tilt up so that lower back is on the floor. Lower the shoulders into the mat. Send your right leg and left arm back or out, and then back in, and then switch. You're going like 3 or 4 counts in each direction, so it's nice and slow. Now bring your knees in, hand on each knee, make nice, big, wide circles. Let's change the direction now. Now we're going to send the legs straight up to the ceiling. You're going to point your toes and open the legs nice and wide. Just enjoy that nice inner thigh stretch. And then bring them together. Send the arms back up towards the ceiling. Now we're going to do a straight leg dead bug. So again, press that lower back into the floor, send the left leg out and the right arm back, and then switch. It's almost like a nice little stretch for the hip flexors. Keep the leg really long. Lower back stays on the floor, so that's your gauge of how low you send the leg. As long as you can keep the back down with the leg maybe tapping the floor, the heel. Do a couple more. Nice. Now bring your knees into the chest. Keep them together. Make a nice gentle circle to massage that lower back. You're going to go the opposite way. Now rock and roll yourself up. Get up onto those tippy toes. Lift your heels really high.
And now full forward fold. And we are going to roll it up slowly.
Take a nice big deep breath, reach the arms all the way up. And I thank you very much for your power and strength. Woohoo! Good job.